Live from Radio Row, SportsGrid's coverage of Super Bowl 59 continues. Joe Lisi with Max Siegelman, fashion designer. Talk to me about the atmosphere here. I've been asking everyone. New Orleans is a great city, and obviously with a great Super Bowl on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I've been in New Orleans a few times, but obviously not for a Super Bowl. Energy's awesome. This is my first Radio Row, so this is an amazing experience. So feel awesome. Just happy to be here.
When you talk about fashion designing, right, and you have a brand and a product and knowing how athletes are in terms of certain products, I mean, this has got to be great for you, just networking and potentially showcasing everything that you're all about.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. This is our third Super Bowl in a row. We've been with Don Julio for the last 3 Super Bowls. This year we're here with Don Julio and Popeyes as a hometown-loving brand,
right.
Doing our collaboration that releases tomorrow, having a big event down here tomorrow. But just fashion in the last handful of years has become a huge piece of the intersection of culture where sports and music and fashion kind of collide. And we've had a number of NFL players wear our stuff. We've made custom stuff for a bunch of NFL players. So it's just an amazing thing to see, and obviously the culmination of a season and just being down here to see it and be a part of it.
I love fashion as well, and obviously appearance matters, especially in the media industry. Was this always a passion of yours to get involved in terms of designing and starting your own brand?
No. So now my creative director is actually my fiance, which is the more important title that she has. It makes us look good. I was fortunate enough to start this 5-6 months, maybe if that, before we started dating, and she has a fashion background. So before that, I was just creating more streetwear pieces, and now I would consider us a contemporary luxury brand, and where we've kind of been from year one to year now and the iterations that we've gone through. But I think fashion for me is, I think the coolest part of it is, like I said, is at the epicenter of culture. And I think I've always been fascinated. I'm an athlete myself. I played soccer all through school. But I think the being in the center of culture and seeing the different things culminate together has just been awesome to be a part of.
It's interesting because my girlfriend went to FIT. Okay, so like I've kicked it up a notch,
there
obviously, from the dating game.
Now. Yeah.
So that's what it is. I mean, is there a certain niche in terms of men's fashion that you like more, like jackets, blazers, more so than maybe shirts or just designing overall?
Yeah, I think my first love in fashion was definitely streetwear. I think It was I definitely bought a ton of sneakers and hats and more on the collecting side and wearing. I would never buy something and be like, oh, I can't ever wear it. That was never my thing. And I think now, from the last 4 years of being in the industry and understanding the sweat and tears and hard work that goes into it and creating it from scratch,
right.
I think my love for it has definitely evolved tremendously, and being able to design things that look and feel on brand and aesthetically appropriate for us has been one of the coolest things to do. And it goes into, I think, as well, the collaborations that we've been able to do with different sports teams, and being able to tell our brand story alongside of them has been an amazing opportunity.
We've had a number of different athletes that have started their own brand, and I asked each one, what did sports teach you? Because in terms of starting your own brand, designing, there has to be roadblocks or adversity.
Every day.
Right. So what has sports taught you to maybe push you through where, to get to a different level or to get to a certain maybe aspect as it relates in terms of the designing game?
Yeah, I think just like in sports, and when you have a game plan, it's never going to go exactly what your game plan is, right? So I think you need to figure out how to be pivot and flexible, and what's the right next move when something doesn't go right, because it's guaranteed that it's not going to go right. And I think that's what sports taught me, not even before starting my own brand, just how to adapt, how to be flexible, how to pivot quick to continue on the right path. And there's no blueprint in creating a fashion brand. There's no blueprint in knowing what's the next thing that's going to happen, good or bad. But I think being able to adapt is the biggest thing.
Do you have a plan in place for whoever wins to potentially design something for the winner?
No, I mean, Travis can call him if he wants. Yeah, he's worn our stuff before, and that's always amazing to see the different guys who wear our stuff, whether it's they're wearing it out just at dinner or wherever, or in a tunnel walk, and it's picked up on a bunch of Instagram pages and PR. But no, I think, sure, the Eagles and the Chiefs, they could both call me if they want, whoever wins, and we're game. I think the biggest thing for us anytime we do a collaboration or a special project is we get to stay true to our story and stay authentic, and I think that that's what's helped us break through. I always say it's the easiest time to start a brand, but the hardest time to stay consistent and stay around for a while. I think someone just told me the average time a new brand sticks around is 4 or 5 years.
Right.
And we just kind of breaking now into year 5. So stay tuned, but I think we're ready.
Sort of the life of an NFL running back per se, right? They have a shelf life of 4 to 5, and you've overcome that. That's incredible. And you talk about a lot of young entrepreneurs. You're young in heart and young.
I look young. I like that.
You're a young guy, and so what can you give to the younger generation in terms of, just the knowledge that you've acquired? Maybe somebody out there wanting to start a brand or take the leap to get into developing their own business. What would be the biggest piece of advice you can give them?
Just go do it. Just go start and know that it's not going to go exactly how you think it's going to go. And if you stay consistent and you keep going, even though when things are not going well, and that's the way to break through. I think it's so easy just to not do it, or so easy maybe to start and the first thing go wrong and you're just like, whatever, it's not for me. Just like if you really want it and you stay consistent, you'll end up getting there.
Interesting. Great stuff from Max Siegelman. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having me.